Saturday. Because it's Saturday. Hey everybody, welcome to Smiling Beagle Studio. I'm Tejas. That's Karen.
Hi.
And we're doing this on Saturday. We're continuing our mission of saving the planet one mini at a time. Hi, Dogbert. Okay, Dogbert was here. Well, I don't know. Usually we do our stay in frame chat, but I have not heard from my compatriots as of yet. So we will carry on until further notice. So basically on Saturdays I like to do something different. So during the week on our streams, we've been working on this fella. Second. Let's see here. How about that? Okay. So we're working on this guy on stream. Right now I'm focusing on his jars, potions, and such over here. Let's keep picking away at him. But on Saturday we're going to do something different here. So we've been working on this space duck.
Space duck.
Space duck. He was a failed experiment at trying to paint with my left hand. Hey, baby. And it failed miserably, and I was hurting my eyes having him on my desk, so I repainted him with my proper hand. So I'm going to finish him up. I just want to mess with him a little bit. And I've got his bathtub, so I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to get him in there and call him a day. Your day. So yeah, that's it.
So,
how's your day going? What are you working on?
mine was this.
Little discs?
Yeah, they're just little resin disc form that we use for bases.
Ah.
Chess sets that we print and build and paint. So I was just playing with that, but I really need to finish Patty.
Nice.
Mini Patty. We've got a large one. She's done.
Let me see if I can see your big picture. There we go. Ah, okay.
Size one is done.
Ooh.
And so now we're working on
Ah. Sweet. Baby Patty. Nice. Awesome, awesome. Looking good.
that's what I'm working on today.
Okay.
Finish that up so I can put that on. Story finished. Almost got it done.
Yeah?
Oh, here they are.
Yeah, I'm not really super concerned with this guy. I just want to get the blemishes and crap off. Get food on so he can go about his space duckly business. It's gonna crap. That's okay. He was just for fun anyway. But Big Duck Studios does awesome duck sculptures. They've got many ducks in many configurations. He does a really good job. And we'll get some info on there too. Everyone's having a good Saturday. So far, so good here. A bigger brush, I think. My phone blowing up. What?
But I'm changing my palette out.
Ah. Oh, there we go. Hold on. The call we've been waiting for. We're gonna bounce this thing over to the stream together and let the fun begin.
Fan frame.
We just lost power, which means that the transformer right in our backyard is the next one in line. So that one's got the extra strain going on it right now.
Hi, lady.
My screen's just a little darker.
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, the Beagles are here.
Ah.
So far, so good.
Oh.
Be careful. We should, if we get
What's happening now? What do you got? What's happening? What?
if Beagle's dog starts hearing that, they might start doing the same thing.
Oh!
Oh, 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 oh. It is currently 90 here.
Same.
Same.
90 and 1,000% humidity.
Yeah.
A whole lot of that.
Layton was saying that they may accidentally disconnect because the heat index is 102.
Oh, jeez.
107.
That's great.
And in the meantime, it's snowing at Timberline Lodge.
Yeah, it's snowing up in Mount Hood and outside of Portland, Oregon. What the fuck? It's June. Never snows up on the mountain in the summer.
Welcome to El Nino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever word we're saying it is.
I have no idea. Yeah,
I picked up my new bow after work yesterday.
Ooh,
Aren't you just fancy, Katniss Everdeen?
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm excited in tomorrow.
Did you shoot with it today?
I did not shoot with it today. I didn't want to risk any mishaps in the middle of a trail because the 3D shoot is all outdoor course, and each section takes you roughly about an hour to complete the cut. If you're a slower shooter like I am,
Wowzers.
target around.
That's exciting, though. So I got your print. We had to but we had issues last week with the printer. It was like failing print, so we took a look at it, and there's like a screen protector that goes over the actual scanning part, so we had to buy some replacement sheets, and it was as
Oh, it
easy
just
as
got gummed up enough that it was causing issues already.
yeah, these things are really tenacious. Like if you get any resin anywhere it's not supposed to be, then it fucks the whole thing up. So it won't print, which is good because it's monitoring like everything. So, but anyway, it's all cleaned up. I was able to print this tiny little test gobbo. So he printed up twice fine, so I can start getting yours. I'm still worried about doing them as the Nico parts as hollow. Did we decide we were gonna try that, or just do them as solid?
You could do the parts solid.
I
Just
would
don't do
think.
the whole piece
No, I could. We
as one
could.
piece.
Yeah.
Because that definitely won't survive shipment.
No, absolutely not. And it's actually smaller than what you would actually get that it was designed for, because it has to scale it down to fit in our printer. so if you were to do the whole piece, it's like, oh, this is way too big for me to print, so I'm going to scale it down and get it as big as I can for you in here. So I don't know even.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, what, 229 millimeters? So, anyway. So moving forward on that front, anyway.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Moving forward on the... People ask why I don't want printers. I say because they're from hell.
Oh,
Like, what?
are you Amish now?
Well, no. So have you
It's
you've
like
worked in the IT department enough, and you've seen it.
Yes.
You've probably seen the oatmeal comic.
Oh, yeah.
That said printers are from hell.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, I get the ref. Yep.
Yeah.
Right on. That's funny.
That's the one that I was thinking about, which is people are like, oh, they're why don't you just get your own and print it? I'm like, do you realize how freaking complicated it is to print? Just printing it like a PDF.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And now we're gonna print 3D resin, and as you just said, these things are super sensitive, and one little thing gets out of whack.
Well, and it's it's another, I look at everything as a tool for mindfulness or being present. It's like I shaved with a straight razor because it was a way another practice to have in a daily practice to put in place that keeps you mindful, right? Because if straight razors are the sharpest things in the world, so if you're not being mindful, you will cut yourself. So, for example, and so it's a good way to be mindful for me to keep the thing clean as I'm working on a project. I
just want to point out
I've been too sloppy and I get resin in places it's not supposed to be, and then the prints fail. And we have to tear the whole thing down, and it's a pain in the ass.
I just want to point out
Yep.
Smiling Beagle has one of the biggest beards of us all. Is a straight razor to shave.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that I haven't shaved in a minute, but
Yeah, but you shaved your side.
Yeah. That being said, I haven't shaved in like 6 months, so. But it's an example of a way to stay present, right? It's another thing to do.
I get what you mean. So,
Yeah.
A former partner of mine was very much into something. So sometimes when we get ready, she'd like to perform a shaving ritual.
Mhm.
Go perform a shaving ritual.
Yep.
And at one point, a mutual friend of ours was getting into shaving, like going down that whole rabbit hole.
Uh-huh. Oh,
The
yeah.
whole idea of wet shaving, straight razors.
Right. Well, it becomes a hobby.
Oh my God, those people can be weird at times.
Yeah, I'm from Portland. I get it. It's like everybody's a lumberjack, and we all use straight razors and wear round glasses and drive mopeds. Yeah.
Wear
They get
Birkenstock.
way too much.
Yeah.
Or what was it? The Kellys
Yeah.
that someone had pointed out. They're like, Kelly's just as ugly as the day you bought them.
That's really funny.
But a coworker of mine used to be very much into, when I was shaving for the office all the time, before COVID, constantly going in.
Right.
When you were shaving with like Gillette razor and like
Mhm.
foam shave and all that stuff, like I would just get terrible razor burn on my head.
Yeah. That's no fun.
And I accidentally asked a guy, I said, hey, how do you avoid
Razor burn.
He goes, well, you see, we're not meant to shave with the 10 billion razor things that you have.
Right.
What you need to do is learn how to wet shave and use a straight razor.
Mm-hmm. Tell you
So
what.
I use a safety razor over a straight.
There you go.
A friend that was getting into shaving, they found a replaceable straight razor.
Yes, that's what barber shops use. They use the replaceable blades.
Yeah, and that's what replaced the straight razor in the barber shops.
Yep.
So rather than having to strop, they just pop the blades in and out.
Right.
And snap one.
Yeah, because I
So I
could
bought-
strap. Oh, yeah, those are good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can get a better. I've never got a better shave than with a straight razor. I have to say, it's the smoothest shave you can get, but as long as you keep it sharp. You know, you have to well, you don't, but I mean, if you had an actual straight razor, that you'd have to keep it stropped like every time you use it. That's kind of a pain in the butt.
Well, I mean, that's the point of the exercise. You're
Yes.
very mindful.
Yes. Well, and it's because most people think that like a razor blade's the sharpest thing. You know, it's typically the sharpest thing we run into day to day, but a straight razor is actually sharper than a razor blade, and which is why you have to strop it. Again with the leather, because it's doing, it's literally aligning the atoms back in place on the very edge of it. I mean, it's that sharp. So it's, when you're stropping it, you're actually getting all the molecules back in alignment. And I just, what? So yeah, it's crazy sharp. But it's good. I enjoy it. I do need to get some beard oil or something.
I used to have a lady not too far that was making small batch beard oil.
Oh yeah?
Nice. Leather and sandalwood.
Yeah, sandalwood's one of my favorites.
Or no, it was tobacco and leather.
I smell enough like tobacco. Does smelling like cigarettes count? Like cigarette,
different tobacco.
Cigarette and leather flavor. Yeah, I get it. I played in a band with a guy. I was in a punk band for about a year and a half. It was pretty cool. It's kind of like if you thought of Green Day before Green Day. So we were doing like, it was basically just hard and fast pop music with harmonies. But he grew his own tobacco at their house. I mean, his wife, he had like a little above ground bed. So he grew and dried and smoked his own tobacco. It was pretty cool. Totally different animal.
That world would be different.
Oh yeah.
But to that point, it's like it's an exercise in mindfulness.
Yeah. Well, we do so many.
I mean, it becomes very much a ritual too.
Yes. Well, that's part of it, right? Rituals are like, in a way to be mindful. It's just scheduled times to be mindful. So it's like the practice of going about your morning routine, whatever you might find yourself doing it really mindlessly. Just go, okay, I got to get my water, get my juice, then I go over here and I do that. Then I go over here and I take my pills and I do the same thing every morning. And it's just on autopilot. You know.
So when I was joking, when I was trying to teach young engineers
Yeah.
one of the things I asked him about, I said, when's the last time you locked your keys out of the car? And from that point forward, from like the moment you realize you lock your keys in the car, till you get them returned to you, how much of your day has been just completely and utterly gone. There's nothing you can do aside from literally stop and go, I have to find a way to hard reset my entire day. How do you guys deal with that when you receive bad feedback? Are you stressing out? Because it's like,
oh my God, they're gonna fire me. I failed this code review. I gotta fix it.
Yeah, it's like, that's not the point of it. The point is to like stop and go, hey, we need to talk about this, or I need a couple of minutes to reset my day because everything's sideways.
Right. Yeah, let's redo this.
Be the solution.
Be the solution, she said.
And that's what it comes down to, is you need someone to help be the solution rather than be the problem.
Right. Well, we're not trained that way though as kids, right? We're trained to react to the world. We're not trained to be present and healthily and effectively deal with what's happening right now in this present moment. We deal with stuff from a place of memories or expectation of what could happen or what might happen. We rarely make choices.
What will happen?
Yeah. So, and like corporate mindfulness programs took off like the last 10 years, and they became huge because there's so many people on autopilot. Yeah, it's good. But rituals are like a scheduled way to be mindful. Like when we were at the ashram, for example, it's a spiritual community. It was focused. I mean, accepted everything, but it focused on Vedantic yoga philosophy and practice and all this, which is a long, huge, deep, rich history, right? So, but there were rituals in place. So every morning at this time, there was a 20-minute meditation and our fire ceremony, for example, and where you're chanting mantras and you're setting the energy in the space. And it's just more meditation. It's just using syllables and vowels. Your mantras are just, they're like they don't hold any power themselves. It's like a prayer, right? But it's in Sanskrit, where the vowels and the sounds of the combinations of syllables create a vibration. Because all sound is everything is vibration, right? But we know audio has vibration. And so Sanskrit was designed as a language that facilitated, real positive vibration, basically, audio, sonic vibration. Anyway, so you do that every day, then a 20-minute meditation, then this, and then at night at this time, we do the same thing. And so it was a way to every day was like that. They've been doing it every single day for almost 60 years now. And it's a ritual that promotes for making you be mindful for at least that 45 minutes to start your day with. And then the same thing at night. So you're calming your mind down and getting rid of all the crap. We used to joke, though, it's not like you sit, meditation's a huge part of yoga, obviously, but I meditated for an hour a day for years. And a lot of spiritual folks think that, well, you just meditate and then, you get all this stuff. And it's like, no, not really, because there's a lot more that goes with it, because most people get up from meditation and they're the same jerk they were when they sat down. So the world didn't go away just because you quieted your mind for an hour. It's like Ram Dass. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he was always like, yeah, if you want to see how enlightened you are, go spend a week with your family. And because you can yeah, right. Well, that's the common response, because you can do all these practices, but if you can't be out in the world with mindfulness, then it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If you can't.
And that's kind of what I was trying to teach these, young engineers at times. I'm like, look, nobody's going to be mad at you. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to be mindful of is, I want to avoid the bad scenario with my client.
Right.
That bad scenario with my client is them going, did you guys even really look at this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because once you get that, it's like damaging to like a corporate relationship. It's just damaging, and you just kind of slowly you overreact to everything.
Right. Everything becomes catastrophic.
And you don't want it, and that's not the point. Everything is not catastrophic. Everything is fixable.
And it's not. And it's not personal either. That's what I had to learn. It's like, because working in an agency, and you get stuck on some project, and it's hard and fast, agile. We're doing scrums every day. Code review every 2 weeks. And I would get tore up. Or in my mind, it was like, oh, this QA person just tore apart this ticket that I just built a solution for. And I could find myself getting indignant, and you're just like, yeah, well, screw them. And you're just, and a lot of it boils down to not looking good, because we always want to look good. We don't like looking not good. And, it's like, oh, God. And I made it mean something about me. I made it mean that I was broken because this code wasn't working the way they expected to. And that's the separation I had to make. you know, is to realize that, hey, none of this is about you and it's not personal at all. And everybody's just doing their job. Yeah, you know, I did code reviews for people as a team lead, and, you know, you turn people up, but it's how you deal with it is totally different.
So, on that.
Yeah.
And on books. They've taken into a QA role in plan sets.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there was a guy, he's like, he had to pick up some of my work because I got tired of dealing with design build because the client is just a complete trash person. And I'm like, I can't deal with these people anymore.
Nice.
Well, it's when you're the owner's rep, it's different.
Right.
Than the contractor and the owner's rep side of it. Like, you go, nobody else is doing it this way. Why are we doing this? Well, we do things.
Uh-huh. Well, do you work for an agency or a single vendor?
I'm consultant.
Oh, okay.
Side.
Are you a freelancer then?
No, I
Yeah.
work for a proper company.
Oh, okay,
It's just-
okay.
We're
Gotcha.
consulting to DOTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, I was curious.
But we were the owner's rep for the DOT on the design build program districts. So PMC program management controls
Mm-hmm.
or project manager control.
Right.
They, you know, so their idea is that they're supposed to be layered between government and you. So you have to treat their word as law.
Mm-hmm.
Even though their word is not law, even though it's being done. So we would go. Because it's hard to work with people that refuse to communicate. It's hard to work with errors, changing.
Right.
It's just a mess. And I'm like, I'm tired of this crap. So he's like, I wouldn't have done it that way. I wouldn't have done it that way. I'm like, this is how it works. This is how we've been doing it. This is the expectations that we've been going through. Yada yada yada. I recently got this I left more red on that. Finally, like, his boss comes back over to me. I think he has a lot of respect for you now because he sees everything. Because he sees. You want to walk a mile in my shoes? Trust me, it's not the same mile that you think it is.
Yeah. So you could walk a mile in my shoes, but that would be real boring. I'd invite you to spend 30 seconds in my head. That's interesting.
So he kind of like learns it. He said, well, we're supposed to submit on July 30th.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get me their back check set on 27th. That's how rough some of the things were there.
Jeez.
Things like actual connection.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like, slow down, man. And kind of understand what you're trying to do.
All right. Well, like I said, I mean, most of us are living in a state of reactivity all the time. And we're reacting based on our perceived history or our perceived results of things.
Yeah, it's
Clean
interesting.
that up a little bit.
I'm just trying to think of what I need to do for my life. So I've got non-metallic metals on cans, my chair rivets, the gold on the sword and the sword itself. I need to freehand some tat stripes along the plus. Get him to stand out a little bit differently because he needs to have a little bit more ginger in him.
Mm.
But I've got freehanding on those. So I was going to ask you, your wizard work.
Yep.
Have you considered what you're going to put in there?
Yeah, a little bit. Just kind of, and I've used, like, I found a chart that has all these magic symbols, and so I, like, on I might use the, there's like an Aleister Crowley symbol from one of his outings. I don't know. It's probably like a symbol on one side. I'm thinking I want his hand to glow. So like over the book. So if the book's right here, I think that's why the sculptor raised his fingers up and such. Like if you can see the camera.
I got you.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I would put a magic symbol there maybe, and then writing on this side.
That's actually kind of cool.
But if I get
Just say, I prepared explosive runes today.
who, huh?
I would say I prepared explosive runes today.
Ooh.
So whenever anybody reads it, it blows up on them.
Nice. There you go.
What do you mean way weird today?
Cat looks way
Colors
weird.
are actually balancing out just a smidge.
Runes. Yeah, do some runes on it. That's good. Something like that.
They got hands.
I want to get one of those little micro pens. So I want to get watching. Who was I talking to? It might have been you, actually.
Whitmar.
But yeah, someone had Squidmar had a. He was talking about it. He was using these micro pens for doing the scroll work on the Space Marines or whatever they are. And I said the pens are awesome. Or like even the tip has a tip.
So, on that, I was talking to Monster Den one day,
Yeah.
and he suggested using toothpicks. So, the tip of the toothpick deteriorates quickly depending on the fineness of the dot.
Sure.
Oh, I have a trick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Karen's
What?
got it.
Well, here she comes.
So I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is a sculpting tool. They're like
Uh-huh.
$3 on Amazon, but it's got a little tiny ball at the end, and it makes really great dots.
Oh, that's clever, Karen.
Better than a toothpick. Thank you.
We're gonna have to go look at Amazon at some point. I did buy some, so I go to the grocery store and I'm like, all right, let's see how many weird looks I can get from the cashiers and everybody in the store when I go down the beauty aisle as a man.
Yeah.
Here, to pick out makeup sponges.
Well, I'll tell you another trick are these, see if I can find
Yeah,
it.
we got-
They just think that they're just wondering where the little daughter is.
Right.
No, okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, there you
So-
So this is an eyeliner or a fingernail liner pen brush, and I highly recommend those two.
go. Super teeny tip.
Teeny tip. Put your bathtub in there so you can
Toothpick,
see.
you can reshape for eyeballs by trimming down. Yeah, you could whittle down.
Yeah,
whittle
they
down.
still get wet.
No
Well,
man,
sure.
oh, man.
You get one shot at it, I think. It's
What
fine.
up?
Yeah, no man, I was sharing his kitties last night in Discord. He is
Nice.
but I forget what
Whoa.
we're talking
I got a Dollar Tree like 30 seconds away. it's like we're in there all the time grabbing crap.
But yeah, so like for the Griffin docs that I work on, I was watching Zaki Sashimi. I was like, I should really pick up some makeup.
Hey, thanks, man.
So I just got this. I got like one where it's got like a little tip on the end you can smush against, and then I got like a blending sponge.
Oh. Let me see. Yeah,
I've
so much useful stuff. Yeah, I just bought some of those wedgie makeup brushes, or the foam pads, sponges. Sponges. I didn't say makeup sponge, right? So yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what I say anymore. It's out of my mouth. Did I say words out loud? But yeah, there's so many cool little hobby tools. Like one of my favorites is I've got a big flat piece of Lego. So it's like a big giant Lego tile, and it's great for cleaning dry brushes and stuff. You can even use it as a dry palette if you. That's what I got it for at first, was a dry palette. The big giant Lego sheet, yeah. But it's awesome for cleaning dry brushes because of all the nubs on it. You just rub them on there and all that. Gets it right out.
Get something good. Get something tasty on that. You deserve it. So I used to have Baba Yaga's hut.
Need a bite of food. So much eating. Go ahead. Yes, sorry.
When are you gonna paint the lighthouse?
So, Layton, it's
That's
on
fair.
my list to paint. All right, I've got the lighthouse keeper.
Good.
I just need to get it out of the box.
More
and I need
excuses.
to get-
Well,
Well, no, it's not excuses. I'm waiting. Okay, hold on. You slow your roll, sir. You slow that roll. I'm waiting to build up my airbrush pile for priming and varnishing. Once
Nice.
I build up that pile, I'll airbrush the varnish, and then I prime up a bunch of stuff and throw it in the prime box. And when I do that, I plan on airbrushing the base layers of the lighthouse together, because it's such a big piece. Trying to paint all of that by hand is ridiculous. I can airbrush it and then just finish it off on screen.
how tall is the lighthouse?
Hold on.
Wait,
Hold on.
gonna sand
Holding.
this.
All right. You got my stream up, lady?
Yeah.
What do you got?
This thing.
Okay.
I mean, seeing its tallness doesn't help me.
That's funny.
So
There's a reason why I have a rangefinder tool.
this is my hand. This is a 28 millimeter figure.
Let me see.
That's it?
What?
That's how big it is? That's it?
It's got other pieces. I've got a walrus I've got to paint on there. I've got little flats that I got to glue on there.
All
I've got
kind
a
of
whole
stuff.
freaking diorama that I got to build around this dang thing.
She's 12 and a half inches tall and I'm painting all her by hand.
And then on top of it, I've got to, put the 4 posts and have it.
Ah, hello.
Hey, Beulah!
Hey.
So it's
Also, you might want to reply to no man.
Swords.
No, the one before that.
Oh.
I mean, what's wrong with me using eyeliner? Doing it. God. I'm jealous
Not
of
a
everybody.
fizz, Mom.
It's a relatively large piece, Layton, in terms of like brushwork. I could do it all by hand. It's just because of the number of pieces that I have to keep it in. I would rather have it
Airbrush it.
glued up and building it in that section and airbrush it together.
I stopped
That's
painting
how-
myself after the art. What? You paint yourself? Why are you painting yourself?
Oh, I understand.
I mean, I paint myself, but it's because I'm a klutz.
I mean, you don't sample the paint at the tip of your brush like Painty does on your thumb?
Not so much.
Well, I do that because I want to make sure that when I'm glazing something, I don't accidentally draw a straight line.
I do the paper towel dab. It's kind of my. I
So
tried doing that, but did. I got muscle
I have
memory
the
now.
sponge and the towel off-site that I still wipe off on.
Mm.
I'm still trying to like get it right. I still screw it up. So the lighthouse rating, as well as the large piece, I'm going to base coat it. Airbrush tones because it's
Okay.
then finish it on stream and
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Is that like the Wisconsin version of "Bless Your Heart"? Okay.
Do I need to start putting that lady in chat so you understand how much I do know?
Bless you.
Don't die.
Bessie.
Oh.
To your good health.
May Nurgle be upon you.
Meh.
May you not get the plague.
Right. Well, that's what it was, right? It was like don't die, like when you left the city walls, go out in the world.
Yeah.
Mhm. What?
But before they learned what allergies was.
Right. Exactly. Hay fever. What's that?
Copy good.
Oh yeah. It is good.
She said coffee. I thought she said uppies, and I was like, Karen.
Uppies aren't always good.
Puppies?
Puppies are great. Love puppies.
Oh.
Yeah, fan of the puppy.
So there's a lady
Uppies,
that
like being lifted up into the air.
Oh, gotcha.
when you
I
pick somebody
heard, yeah,
up and
I
give them
would
like that
just-
big bear hug.
Oh, okay. I totally didn't not get that.
Well, smiling for those that fall, we usually don't get uppies. Therefore,
Right.
we kind of share in the joys of uppies.
The puppies. I need my glasses. Doing these
I did put
feet.
my glasses on today, and I still can't see shit.
No.
My contacts are in.
I wish I could wear bifocals. I'm nearsighted and farsighted. Couldn't figure it out.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, they can make bifocal contacts. They actually
Place
like-
it.
Oh, go ahead.
LASIK.
Mhm, mhm.
Bear mode on hobbits. No. When I see the hobbit, I gotta pick them up and give them that massive bear hug and elevate them off the ground to let them know that they are loved and respected.
I promise you that if you ever pick me up,
That would be hilarious. We meet
you
at
are
a-
going to hear one crack and then you are going to be gone.
That would be hilarious. Yeah, I'll meet at a con somewhere. Panty just comes over. Hey, lady, and picks you up. Didn't think about it.
Bear hug.
Bear hug.
And then you just hear a cracking of the neck.
What the
I
hell
told you not
happened?
to pick me up.
Weren't you listening?
No,
No,
No.
honey.
As
do
a,
not listen.
as a matter of
That's the
fact,
whole point.
no. Yeah.
Panty's hard of hearing.
Right. Selective hearing, like my shepherd.
Unless, of course, my arms are pinned, and then you just get the death glare of, I am patient enough to get you later.
You have to put me down eventually.
Don't go smithereen. If it will be streamed.
Smithereen!
Will the picking
Will
up
the
be
picking me
streamed?
up stream.
Of course.
Smithereen! Oh my god, you want everything
know it.
streamed. Why
That's
don't you just join us at a con?
Stream the world. Yeah, we all need
We'll
to
all
meet
go
up.
to a con next year together.
Mhm.
Or at least we'll try.
Well, it
Bert
turned.
and I had proper hobbit. Every time she sees me, she starts standing there, her arms stretched up slightly, jumping on the spot. Mine refers to her as a kangaroo.
That's cute.
So it was Taco Reacts had there's one guy on TikTok that's just obscenely large, tall, well. And he's like, what would you do if I broke into your house? And Taco comes running around the corner. He repositioned the camera so he looked really short. Looked up at him, put his hands up in the air, goes, I want uppies. I had a bad week. I want uppies. That's what made me think of it when Karen's like,
I
uppies.
see. Puppies. Yeah, I get to meet a few people at Nova, I think. I think June Gold saying they were going to be there, and Ghoul's going to be there.
Grumpy Crane will be there.
Grumpy, yeah, I get to meet Grumpy. That'll be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah. I'll be meeting Monster Den at ReaperCon.
Nice, nice.
Which one?
Cool, cool.
I will be at none of them.
I'm with you, lady.
Although I will be in Missouri later this year.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
My grandmother does genealogy, so she's
That's
starting
right.
to get up in age, and as to where she's not really traveling, and financially they're just hanging on by the spring of the neck with retirement money.
Oh, yeah.
No, so she likes doing genealogy. One of the grave sites is down there that she wanted to visit.
We're at in Missouri.
Somewhere on the south side.
I lived up in the
I
north.
think it was like, it started like with a B.
Biloxi?
Eh, I lived in
Biloxi.
Washington, Missouri
Oh.
for a year.
I don't know my geography. well.
So south side of Missouri would be near the Ozarks,
Mm-hmm.
or part of the Ozarks actually.
Say the center, the geographical center of the country is in Missouri, down by Liberty.
I am so sorry. That's like the only redeeming part of Missouri.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. Just whatever.
I grew up outside of St. Louis. So I go
Okay.
home every so often for Christmas.
Oh, that's right. We mentioned this. Where were you at?
I was in Granite City.
Oh,
on the
okay.
other side.
Yeah. So we were in Washington, like 90 miles west of St. Louis, right on the Missouri.
We were. So one year, my dad's sister needs help because her car is not working anymore, and she's walking, and it was just like this massive cold snap.
Mhm.
Come out and help her. So my dad.
Oh, no.
was just like, bring it back. So we drive 4 hours to Lawrenceburg, Missouri, with an F-150. Pulling an empty trailer down I-70.
Oh boy.
Finally stop and get some food. Get down there, look at it. Dad goes, well, I see what's wrong with it. Maybe we can go to O'Reilly's and fix it.
Flirt, I had proper habit every time she. Oh no, it's at one point at a concert. I'm standing there next to her, teasing her, like proper bullying her with her height. And I decided it's enough, and I say I should stop pushing around the door. And a mutual friend pops up, and I said, "Yeah, stop kicking the hobbit."
But yeah, that was a really fun trip because later the next day I had to drive back.
Yeah, we drove back. We had the two boys. God, they were like 3 and 5. We drove back, them and a cat. And we had a rider moving. I think it was Ryder or Pence. I don't remember. But anyway, we had to go. We took 70 all the way back, and then we had to cross. We were going back to Oregon, so we had to cross the very top part of Utah. And it's like it's where like Utah and Idaho and Oregon meet, or I don't know, California maybe. Well, it's like 3 of the states meet right there, but it's really hot. And the truck decides it's gonna die, and it's like 90 degrees out. So we had to wait for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours for them to send another repair person out and deal with all that. That was the last Missouri memory I have.
Well, I mean, at least it was you leaving.
Yeah, it was leaving Missouri. I just didn't do anything. It's like it's just there. Missouri.
Like, you go there and you're like, okay, so it should be like nice. And then you go, did we get stuck in like in the 90s or something? Or
Right.
we had to, like, move forward?
Yeah, everything was like 10 years behind. It's kind of weird.
You go back and you look at like all the things. You go, oh, we're still paying with cash? What is this shit?
Of course, out here they still use styrofoam, which we got rid of in Oregon like 20 years ago. Seeing styrofoam is
Styrofoam for the float trips, man.
yeah. We got out to New York. It was like, what? They're still
Time
using
out.
styrofoam?
Go away with your Zaglow.
Good bot.
Oh, I need to make sure Siri's doing production. It's been Nightbot recently. I don't know if I want you doing that or not.
Yeah, I had to kill all the Nightbot stuff because I hadn't configured it. I'm just using it for like one function. It decided last night it was going to moderate everything and just be really aggressive. I think Jay was trying to post a bunch of stuff and it kept blocking him. I'm like, sorry, let me turn all this shit off.
Oh, I know. I got blocked for 10 minutes because of.
Yeah, you were
spamming
there.
emotes.
Yeah, all the moderation was on. Like, it had no governor. It's like, go to town, mod everything.
Yeah, and you're like, calm down.
Yeah, right, chill
I
out.
still use it for. So Nightbot is used for the spam production.
Mhm. Okay.
So, because you can put the block list in there,
Oh, nice.
and you can edit the block list. That's why I use Nightbot for that.
That's cool.
So when you remember to, edit it, because right now I used like a standard corporate list.
Oh, right.
So I mean, it's kind of set on like a very aggressive state.
Excuse me, where's Malty?
Yeah, right.
Multi, I was hanging out a little bit last night. We do have that
Mm-hmm.
here in a second.
I want zombie bots. What I want. I want zombie to give me a script. I was talking to him about how he built that a couple weeks ago.
He built it through AI.
Yeah. I mean, we just use ChatGPT to put it together, but he uses 11 Labs for the voice, and he's actually paying for a subscription for the voice. But the script is what I want. I'm like, dude, he's like, I couldn't even tell you. It's like I built it out with chat or with AI, and here it is, and then just kind of tweaked it around until I got it where I wanted it. I'm like, I want that. I think it's really cool.
His bot is super sassy.
Yeah, it's pretty snarky. But you can adjust that too. I saw, because I started trying to reverse engineer what he's doing. And I still might continue on and see if I can create one.
Yeah.
It's
I look at it and I'm like, that's kind of nice, but then I'm like, I don't know if I really want that.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just more of a pain in the ass, but stuff that's automated that I can just have do what it does. As long as I don't have to do anything with it. The more I can moderate.
North.
Since most North is gonna get rough weather, some shitty
mean-
neighbors.
If you want to send them down to us, no mano, they might roast. It's currently
Where are
40 degrees Celsius today.
Hey, what's that? 90?
It's 90.
Yeah, it's 90 here.
Yeah. We'll melt you. Just send them over to the States and we'll watch them melt.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna ship them over, let them roast. Right on. Bring them on.
It's gonna be a pretty brutal summer.
Mm-hmm. If June's already this hot, that's gonna be nuts.
August is gonna be brutal.
Yeah, I think my boys are gonna come out and visit in September. So hopefully it cools down a touch. And they're West Coast, and one of them lives in Denver, and they're not used to the humidity out here, so that's the biggest thing that gets them. It's just the air is so thick and wet, and it's just, ugh.
You walk outside, you instantly go, ugh.
Yeah,
So
no.
I made breakfast this morning on the black stove, and I'm like getting my pancakes and my bacon out there, and I go out to turn it on, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a rough day. This is gonna be a rough day. I'm gonna have to try.
I'd rather have humidity than dry heat.
Yeah?
I'd rather have dry heat. Every day of the week, I'd rather have dry heat.
Yeah, I guess if I had a choice, probably dry. Humidity is like, I don't know. I mean, if it's not terrible here, like New York, it's about the same as New York.
Right.
Oh, Arizona, New Mexico.
Ooh.
No, I don't think I
just
could do
painted
that.
the camera.
Why'd you paint the camera again?
But at least it's dry heat.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's kind of like the pain of. So I went out to Palm Springs one year for a conference, and we were talking. He's like, it's pretty bad when. So like people out there would constantly set brush fires on accident because they would do these like super elaborate gender reveal parties. He goes, yeah, one of them one year was a firefighter and knew better. Stuff control.
I love the movie Aliens too, except now the new series is coming out with aliens that actually finally got to Earth. The xenomorphs. Sorry, I wanted to change the subject to see what
Oh, no.
Man posted.
I
Yeah,
remember the first Aliens movie. That was a piece of art.
yeah, I'm big into Alien franchise. Any of them. In space, nobody can hear you scream. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to be able to do it as a television show. I would just wish they'd make a movie out of it and call it good. Let's just show us what happens when xenomorphs get to Earth. We're good. I don't need a whole, what was that one show in the 80s? The aliens were living amongst us. Yeah. I remember my dad was big into watching that.
I remember my dad was big into that show, and I could not get into it.
Yeah,
Even the remake, I had a hard time getting into it a little bit.
I don't know if I saw it.
So they tried to remake it, and they had the lady from Firefly. Not Jewel,
I like Firefly, yeah.
but more. How do you say her name? She was the companion.
Oh.
Morticia.
Okay.
She was the queen of the hive, and they were showing up, and they took a slightly different angle to it this time.
Oh, okay.
Last time, they just kind of showed up and said, "Hey, we're here to fight." Period.
Right.
We don't care. This one, they kind of showed up and they slowly started nudging in technology
All right.
over time, and they were kind of showing off. See how great it is. See how all of these things are good for you.
Right. Makes your life better.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of the route they were taking, and that's how the resistance started. And someone going, I don't know about that. You're not wrong. Spam. Oh, yes. Marina Bar. Yeah, that's her name.
Oh, right. NRS or what was that one? There was a not Asimov. Oh, who wrote well, I want to make sure I'm not getting this book confused, but there was a Childhood's End, right? Wasn't that? That wasn't Asimov. That was maybe what? No. Who did Childhood's End? I don't know. I don't even know if it's the same story, but the aliens had basically brought all their motherships to Earth and parked over all the major cities. It's huge, giant.
Independence.
Well, like that. Like, yeah, this is older sci-fi, but it's so they're there for like 50 years, and there's a handful of government officials that are allowed to go up to the main mothership and interface with the aliens, and they will never show themselves. And everybody keeps saying, well, why don't you show yourself? So, well, you're not ready to yet. You know, we'll show you when you guys have matured a little more. And they're like, okay, so they redo government, they redo.
They were devil.
Yeah. Wow, way to spoil it.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway, 50 years go by, they interface, the world is great, prosperous, and they say, finally we can reveal ourselves to you. And they look like the stereotype image of Satan with the horns and the tail and the cloven hoofs, and they're like, we couldn't show you that this is what we actually look like. Somebody had we'd interfaced with you before back in the past, and you saw how that went. So, you know, to reveal ourselves again to you, you wouldn't be able to get past the stigma of what we look like until we waited until you got past all the religious stereotypes first. It was really interesting. Get a chance. I think it was called Childhood's End.
That actually sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, because we got too many images and archetypes in our heads that if they did look like that, we wouldn't accept anything that they would say. We would just want to fight them. Really. Anyway.
Oh, the new Superman that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
How many people are excited to see it?
I don't know. Are you excited to see it? She's like our in-house superhero aficionado.
I really not.
What?
It just
All right, Karen, we're gonna have to fight. Sorry.
I saw one of the trailers yesterday. I don't know.
A little over the top, you think?
What's
So,
going on?
I don't know.
well, this one's a lot different than the last ones we've seen. There's Super Dog.
Yes, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Crypto's
that's
in there.
kind of cool.
Super dog.
Yeah, we got Crypto.
Okay, that's cool. I'm in. They got Super
So-
Dog. I'm down.
When I saw
Let's-
Crypto in the trailer, I was like, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, but what's up with Lois? You know, just beating the shit out of me. What is
Well-
that all about?
I like that they're kind of changing it up just a smidge, and she's not like being super buff with him and being really rough.
Yeah.
I kind of like that because it looks like they're telling like he had like an oops moment or something probably, and that
Yeah,
keeps
man,
him
Hated
it's
by
kind
kind of what it
everybody
is.
all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, no fuck up.
What's that?
No man, it's like, yeah, no fuck up. My babe is still Man of
I
Steel.
know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you watch like some of the animated Supermans, you have Man of Tomorrow,
Oh yeah.
which they did And that comic book was very different than most because he was learning who he was, and the first villain he fought was the one that sucked all of his powers out.
Oh,
Parasite.
huh. Let's give me a good Batman. Yeah, I agree with that. I think I was kind of more on the Batman side.
I
Than
want to
Superman.
get Batman.
Yeah.
We do get the Batman in 27, I think.
Yeah.
I was a Wonder Woman fan back in the day. That and the Bionic.
Bionic couple.
Duo.
That Bionic duo. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. They had the Bionic Man, and then they had to have the Bionic Woman. Like, okay. They get together. But they got, what's his face? Who, the Doctor Who dude, he's already out. Done. He only did 2 seasons.
Capaldi or Smith or
No, the current guy.
oh,
I can never pronounce his name right.
I feel like we're starting to get to the point with the actors where we're just like, is that Benedict Cumberbatch? Was he in Sherlock?
I know, right? What?
Yeah.
Call him Bob. Yeah, he was only there for 2 seasons. And they were planning on him staying on longer, and then something happened and he's not coming back. So
Yeah, because
we need a new Who.
has like a really bad culture around it. That's why what's his name stayed for one episode.
Yeah.
We need a
didn't like the
dark,
culture that was there
deep,
with
Rich Brown.
Doctor Who. So he got out, and that's when Tennant came in and ran for 3 years.
Yeah, Tennant was good.
30 seasons.
He had a weird face.
Tennant and Smith. Oh, yeah. Well, this flesh, you need a dark, rich brown. Well, what kind of brown? There's that kind of brown.
I have oak brown. That's pretty.
This is warm brown. That's the Pro Grill. That's pretty rich. I like the warm brown by them. That's a good.
You have
Trying to
anything-
find her a nice rich brown. This carapace wool, cuirass leather. That's this stuff. It's
Too
dark.
purple.
No, I probably mixed purple in it.
Aiden, do you need to go deal with what your sister just said?
Package. Yeah, this.
Meh.
Meh.
Okay.
Oh, well, Smiling, they should land nowadays. Everyone's into the kink of horns, tails, and whatnot. Oh, yeah, right. I didn't see that message. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it would be like the alien version of a furry. Dress like demons instead of furries. Or animals.
Oh, hold on. Smiling and laden. We have the romantical romance. Ginger Beef is in chat with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Let us all swoon him with our amazing paint knowledge. Wow. Army Painter Fanatic is the best paint brand ever.
Boo.
Sorry, the best of our dog is noisy. She's not having it.
Maybe the new ones, like the new Army Painters, Fanatic, I guess those are supposed to be pretty good. I gave Karen I bought my original Army Painter set when I got started, and that lasted about, what, a month? And I gave her my whole set. And so she's got my original Army Painters.
Welcome in, Ginger.
Ginger! Howdy, howdy.
Welcome in.
Didn't realize you bent that way. More flexible than you know.
You called him out, therefore he learned to bend. Doing all right, Ginger. We're just having a chill night. We're working on some fine details with our Puss in Boots entry. I need to put in some more effort. I think I got the cans as done as I want them to be. I'm kind of tired of futzing with them. I might do a little bit extra highlights on them to get them nice and bright.
Why is the dogs insist on them? Because they can't, right? I haven't heard that in a while. They can. Gotcha, what are you doing? No. I don't know what he's waiting for. It's like he comes in the middle of the room and just stands there and stares at it until what? Until we tell him to leave, or how are you doing? Staying here?
He wants to, he wants treat.
Yeah, I think so. But he's getting like obsessed with them too. She started giving him these treats, and it's just like
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
he
2 in the
starts
morning he's
yelling.
going off like outside the door, and he's a pretty quiet fella. Dude, give it up. We've created a crack addict.
I mean, that's why I was like, so everybody's like, you need to lower the points for catcher's treat.
No.
I don't see
I'm not
any
lowering the points
boobs.
for catcher's treat because
Treats.
she gets that wet churro treat. And,
Oh.
You guys have seen how active she can be on some streams when she's not getting it.
They go bananas.
So I put down I need to take a photo of it and post it in Discord. So I put down one of those wheatgrass containers that you grow. Like, I accidentally showed it to her on the counter. She's on my shoulder. I showed it to her. She got off the shoulder, leaped up on the sink itself, and was like ready to go attack it.
Nice.
I put it down, and she like, I'm having to clean up a mess every morning because she'll start to like pull out of it, bite it, pull it out of the container. I'm like, I put it down way too early. But she is like obsessed with that when it's down there. She remembers that it exists.
There you go, bananas. I don't know.
Essentially, yes, Ginger, she did. Or no, mana.
She went on pure T-Rex on Goldblum.
Like, I tried to get a video of her really quick, and by the time I got the video started, she was like, I'm gonna go straight zoomy mode right now, and I'll come back to this. Because she had pulled a bunch of it out already.
Where are we at? 4 or 5, I think. I gotta run soon.
I've got 40 minutes until my next ad break, and then I'm gonna go feed the catcher. I might stop a little bit early to get some coffee, or put the message up a little bit early and go get some coffee for myself. I had to cook dinner.
Oh man, your life goals are now complete. It's taken from me.
Son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
The moment I said it, I was like, I really tossed an insult to No Mana. I'm sorry, No Mana. You are not Ginger Beef. I was just reading your message as I was thinking of my response to Ginger. I'm sorry.
Just like that.
And just like that, Painty would like to extend his deepest and sincerest apologies.
You fucked up, Aaron.
Damn, son.
All right, hey, Ron, let's go.
Aaron.
So, as punishment for this nomad, I bought a WD-40 pin because this oscillating fan that I had on my desk would oscillate and sometimes click. So I'm like, okay, I need to like lube it up a little bit. So I lube up the fan and I turn it on today. The fan no longer oscillates.
I call your means and raise you to mean. Still want to get
So
it.
I don't have an oscillating fan. That's that.
Still want to get a mini split down here.
No, it's one of the little WD-40 pins. Precision application.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You just do one of these motions on it, and you get it to come out of the tip. It's not even real oil.
Freezing.
Ah, what? What?
I mean, what were we talking about before stream? I can't remember. We had some serious phrasing moments then.
What motion?
Probably.
Don't do it. He's setting me up.
Don't do
It's a trap!
It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap! I would like to continue painting now, Jinjo. I'm going to attempt to ponder how.
You're gonna be
how do I-
ignored now
Yeah,
because
that's
Katie
him
wants
being
to be
nice.
painting. That's the nice way to say it.
I'm gonna stop listening to
Oh
you
my-
and go back to painting now. Thank you.
Look, I got water.
Yay!
Ooh, water.
Is that for drinking?
Actual water. Oh my god. Real water.
Do you drink
Not
it?
Mountain Dew.
What do you? Hey, do
Yeah.
that.
Aw.
I like Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's actually got the most caffeine of all the sodas, doesn't it?
Monster, I think's taken over that.
Well, I mean, like the non-energy drinks, like the old school, like Dr. Pepper, Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew.
That used to be their claim to fame.
Okay.
Is America sobering up? No.
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 No. We are simply
We're trying.
taking better care of ourselves.
Yeah, we are trying. I don't know. I've been using quite a bit of mind altering stuff to get out of the currently reality we're in. This timeline is really annoying.
This
I would
time
agree.
sucks.
I do think we shifted. I think one of the colliders or something fucked with the quantum field mess. And I think that's part of where the whole Mandela effect thing got super popular the last bunch of years. Like, nobody was talking about the Mandela effect 10 years ago, really. And now it's like a huge thing. Like, big chunks of people are remembering stuff totally different than other big chunks of people. And it's like, I think something like that slipped.
How's that for a little bit of freehanding there?
Where? What do you got? Hold on a second.
All the tiles.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
On the book itself, I just
Oh,
kind of started skipping.
I just
random-
see it.
Yeah, I need
It's
to-
black text on the blue. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, those
Try
books
to
are
use
cool. Those books would be fun.
So Mungo is the one that got it, or he printed them out for me. So,
Okay.
and that's what we were talking about.
Isn't your other one? It's got a detailed base, kind of like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shoulder
The
plates.
reason why I bought makeup sponges is for this guy when I'm doing the griffin piece of it, Because this is the base you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I bought the bases at the same time. This is like a...
Did they not go to those models?
No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I bought different bases just
Oh.
and I thought that was cool.
Okay.
But for the Griffin docs or this, bison type creature, I got the makeup sponges so I could try to blend and get some fun effects going with muscle groups. Ginger is sassy today.
Fun. It's part of their actual brain. That's because the large majority of people are under it and dumb as fuck. Well, no, that is true too. But I could cite you examples of things that I remember differently that aren't like remembered the same as other people. I mean, I'm pretty smart, I think. A lot of people say so.
We were, I forget what I was talking about one day with somebody. We were discussing.
That's why you bought makeup. No.
The idea of. So I mean, like talking about like the past and how we used to do things.
Alzheimer's is a bitch. Yeah, for real. But how would you know if you slipped into it if you were already kind of crazy? Like, how would you know if you're already living like in an alternative reality in your head, and then you go into dementia? Like, how would anybody know?
Yeah, it is.
Just curious. If you already say crazy stuff, where's the line? Anyway, sorry. What were you saying? Oh, because I'm sure. As soon as you tell you forgot what you were saying. Fun. Oh no, you were talking about mindfulness and past and people looking at reacting to things based on what's happened already.
So
I think that's where you're.
we were talking about remembering the past.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ignore me.
I will find you.
You guys, Ginger, if you want to come find me and have dinner with me and hang out so I'm not eating alone, I'm all for it.
Whoa!
It's me and my cat, man.
Is that you inviting them over for dinner?
Well, he's
What?
in Texas, so I'm not afraid.
I just want to point out
Oh,
the
okay.
painting hasn't even offered to stay in frame through that yet.
I mean, the closest one to you would be Smiling Beagle.
True.
And if him and Karen want to come down and do some smoked meats or something, let's do it.
Yep. I've actually got a buddy of mine who did.
Did you just say beets? Disgusting.
Smoked meats. Meats. I said meat.
MEATS? Okay, good. That's fine.
animal flesh?
Meat. Yes,
Animal
animal
flesh.
flesh is fine.
Yeah, but
Tomorrow.
I had a buddy that did a bunch of tattoos in New York, and he actually works at a tattoo shop in Savannah now. He ended up moving down there a few years ago.
So a lot of people in New York moved to Savannah. That's like a whole social club.
Yeah, he works at one of the shops there. Never been to Georgia. I mean, that'd be another good reason to come. I mean, I'd like to take a ride down there, is what I want to do. I think I timed it at one point.
If you want to take a ride, try to take a ride and head up to Blood Mountain.
Okay.
On the weekends, there's a lot of... So, the mountain getting up it, near Young Harris, Georgia, and the start of the Appalachian Trail is a beautiful ride.
Oh, God.
That way. When you're on bike, it's fun. When you're in car, you're like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
So we would do a work conference in Young Harris, and I mean it's fun being there in Young Harris. And make
Okay.
that ride. Do it at like nighttime. You don't realize it, but you end up driving almost straight into the mountain a couple of times because the turns are so sharp.
Yeah, that's fun. That's like the
So-
tail of the dragon out here in Tennessee. North Carolina border has a road like that. It's like 11 miles and there's 300 and something curves in it. It's just a constant hairpin turn, just back and forth, back and forth, back.
So
Yeah, it's a
you know, one of
blast.
the partners we did the walk up the what's the name of the waterfall in Georgia? It's actually the start of the
Appalachian.
Appalachian Trail.
Okay.
Altitude.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Georgia. Except one of my favorite bands in the world from Carolina.
Which band is that?
REM, they're from Athens. Fuck yeah, boy.
Look at that juicy Jinx butt.
Let's see some Jinx butt. Hold on. Ah. Nice. Jinx butt. Let me see. Let me pull up another window pane. There we go.
Yeah, I was right. Amicable Falls.
Stripey. Yeah, I wonder. So if let me see. If I went from, let's see. So, let me go to Google Maps. If I went from here to, let's see, so here to Savannah. Here's Savannah, Georgia. Directions. So it would take me. Oh, it's not even gonna tell me. Come on.
Hours.
6 hours. That's not bad. 16 E.
Yeah, you'd be running down 16.
That's not bad at all. 6 hours. So how far are you from Savannah?
Savannah is about 6 hours.
Oh shit. You're on like the other side of Georgia or something.
Well, I'm in the central part of Georgia.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm in
Savannah's
the
on the
capital.
right. Okay.
Savannah's down on the coast.
I
and
see.
have to deal with traffic. But I dropped the link to Amicable State, the Falls State Park. So that walk there that we did, they pointed out, they're like, so there's like literally 1,200 steps
Wow.
up to get to the top of the waterfall.
Dang.
So you can start out at the base and you can do a walk up, and it's we did the walk up and down, and then later that day we got lunch, and then one of the things she wanted to do was go get apple picking. It's really big up in that area all the time. In North Georgia, there's a couple orchards that go and you go pick up stuff.
Nice.
And when you get one of the places we drove past there and it was like, oh, they built a cider shop across the street from the apple picking farm. That's where we're going.
Yep.
She goes, they got the best hand pies and cider. Let's do it. So we went, got the hand pies after dinner, after lunch. I'm leaving that in place, sir.
Yep. Oh.
Who's being naughty?
Ginger.
Mhm.
He's always naughty.
Ginger.
Gotta raise hell.
Well, I don't have the ginger turkey call, so.
Ginger triggering mom. Hey, Mark. How's it going? Didn't see you sneak
Welcome in,
in
Mark.
there. Yay, welcome.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, finally.
Listen, man, we're doing our best, right?
Hey,
Hey, the best they can.
I've got ginger. I saw you earlier, but we were talking about the state park, and I had to get it out of my head. But I did that walk with a partner.
Nice.
We walked up. We were joking because we get up the, we're like walking, and there's like signs as you're making the walk up there. You have 1,200 steps. I'm like, did the last 200 not count
All right.
before you get to it?
Dude.
Because so you get to the base of the mountain, really, and then you have a slow, gradual walk up it, and then you have to go up a handful of stairs, and then you get to a spot. It's like stairs start now.
Wow.
Stairs, 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 not steps. Stairs.
Full on.
It's 279 feet.
It's like going. That's kind of like going up the Astor Tower in Astoria. Kind of. Not quite that high, but. That's because the beer goes down faster, so I have fewer brain cells. It's sober.
Pure
Hmm.
Oh, 729
Good.
Careful, this one will shoot you with a glitter bomb. She can take care of herself. Alright. So, if you were going to do text, would you do just lines? Squiggly lines?
Ah!
What?
I was just reading Genevieve's comment.
Oh.
But you're painting the finger and realize it's not a finger at all.
You're painting a sprue.
I was going to say, that wasn't a finger you were painting.
Yeah, that's not his finger.
See,
Anatomically
that
correct
that
model.
one moment from How I Met Your Mother.
Nope. No, I have not. No, Mana.
Gobby mofo. Really? Never dated a gobby mofo?
I must say no.
Yeah. Yay.
mean, Canada, Wisconsin's not too far from each other. It's still possible. It's still plausible. But Ginger's out in like Vancouver.
Like Vancouver.
Or much further west.
Maya, Maya,
Maya,
Maya. Sorry, that's the song that's currently playing on my side.
Nice. Victoria?
Primo Victoria.
I've been to Victoria.
Alberta at some point. Alberta.
I was talking to Lecter last night about Australia, and I have a couple friends in Adelaide, and I was like, "You want me to come down there?" Like, it's a 24-hour plane flight here. Spain.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Just like, well, we all
I
met
do
up.
not wish to be on the death rocket for that long.
Oh God, yeah,
That's
that's.
rocket.
I
Is
mean,
that what we're calling it?
India was 18 hours. It's like, oh, mind-numbing. But the Emirates are nice flights, though, at least. If you're going to be stuck in a death rocket, those are good ones to be stuck in, I think.
My mom used, stepmom used to work
17 hours,
for,
yep.
The federal court, so they would have her go all over the place, and she would refuse to allow me to fly with Delta because that is what she deemed to be the best airline in our area. If I hear you're on any other airline but Delta,
Oh, jeez. Frontier.
I'm
all the
gonna
way.
make a call, and you're not gonna be able to get through security.
Yeah, right. Don't let them back in the
Okay.
country.
So, my mom would always
No, like
say,
get past security to get onto the plane.
Oh, okay. We thought maybe getting back into the country.
No, it's dead rocket.
Sounds like a
Sounds
dream.
like some kind of. No, man. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
I mean,
I'm surprised
long stream.
that. You know, actually, you know what? Back up. Painting.
Uh-oh.
What's
Hey,
up?
Arjun. Lay
You
down.
have such an aggressive, like,
Your
filter for chat. How did dildo get past?
Right? That's what I thought. This one got passed, but the other ones didn't.
What?
Well, I mean, I think I took that one out because I was like, it can't be used in a negative way as much. And
Yeah.
I think it was Smithereen or Shiny New Paints, not Smithereen, but Shiny New, would frequently say something with the word dildo in it. I was like, oh, that's not super bad. It's one that can't be used to go wrong. But some of the other ones,
I'm teaching.
piss and shit and
Yeah.
dick and sludge
The
and
7
all
words you
kinds of
can't say on TV.
Kind of love it. Some of Ginger has also been updated to be on the IP list, like been on the regular list to kind of help tamp that down.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still some requirements where it's a little bit more obvious. It's kind of understand what I would say. Because I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. So if you've ever watched Day 9, he's a streamer that does variety streams.
Day 9. No.
Yeah. Him and his brother back in the day were very big StarCraft players, like StarCraft. Brood War
Yeah,
type
let's
players.
StarCraft.
I found him because I was trying to get into StarCraft 2 back in the day of Wings of Liberty, and he was doing like his Day 9 dailies and all this kind of stuff. And I just kind of fell out of watching Twitch for a long time because because I got away from gaming.
Mhm.
Well, recently on the StarCraft side for the American announcers, there's two that are really well known. One is Tasteless, and one is Artosis.
Artosis.
Tasteless and Day 9 are actually brothers.
Oh.
Artosis is a friend that would be streaming with them, and was kind of like the analytical, like strategy talker about her, and he was like very high into playing. His stream, if you ever watch it, is one of the like. Jinja's respectful, Nomano's respectful, everybody's like respectful in the art community, but that stream is a place where hope, scum, and villainy all go to die, and you end up in some weird fucking place.
Wow.
So one day, Artosis actually was able to raid into Day 9.
Uh-huh.
So he gets all of these people from Artosis' stream, and apparently Artosis would have like text to speech on, and people would essentially be reciting Mario Brother Rule 34 porn the entire time.
Whoa.
And it was getting really
Whoa,
bad.
whoa.
To the point where they're trying to get him moderated, so they had to like start putting words of moderation in there, and the moderator's like scrambling to figure it out, and goes, so essentially ban the word Mario and Luigi from his chat.
Jeez. Wow.
And he goes, I had to do it because there was no other way to get the chat back in line.
Right.
So I took the corporate approach, which is I will ban some words and forgive other words. Because like the generic corporate list, dildo would be banned.
Right.
But I took it out at one point. Because it's a funny conversation.
I never have enough people in my chats to have a moderator.
Well,
Not yet,
and
anyway.
So Hayes kind of seen it as well on her side sometimes, which is people will randomly show up at her stream and start asking her or start trying to sell her like a graphics package for her stream.
Oh, I got those a lot at first. Yep.
I would get them in private messages, but never in chat.
Yeah, I got a lot of privates. Hey, how you doing? Hi. And you go look at their profiles, just a graphic designer, they're doing overlays or intros or,
I've just stopped ignoring. I've just started ignoring most whispers I get on Twitch.
What? I once found a gym bag full of dildos behind my workplace. Where did you work? A dildo factory, maybe? I've been allowed to warn them, man. Oh, okay.
And I mean, it's fine, but like once chat like explodes, you can't stop it.
All right.
So you have to like. So it was like a quick way to get like rein in the situation, and that's how they did it. So sometimes I never know who's going to show up now, because Twitch is very different than it was when I first started.
You're one of the old timers too. You guys have been on here for quite a while. Yeah.
I probably, if I wanted to go back and look, I was probably one of the very early adopters. This account age is probably almost as old as Twitch.
Damn, son, that's pretty cool. My I remember before we moved out to the East Coast, it was like 9 years ago. I remember my youngest son Dylan he's like a super gamer dude, like one of these kids that could have gone into esports shit. And he was gonna get into streaming back when Twitch got going. He was like, I mean, he was playing Fortnite at the time, I guess. He's a beast though. He's one of these guys that could totally compete. He never ended up doing it, but he talked about it for quite a while. It's like he was doing a lot of research and stuff, and a lot of the top streamers that were actually competing in the esports divisions and stuff, and was trying to figure out how to get into that. He ended up not doing it, but could have.
For esports itself, for the teams, they're actually required to stream a certain amount of time on each. that was one of the issues that came up from League of Legends,
Oh,
because League was running their format like the NFL.
greasy as shit already. Ew.
Oh,
Nope.
I'm just gonna let you two have fun.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna focus on mine.
Get back to painting.
I'm just gonna keep painting.
Just keep painting. Just keep painting. Just keep painting. Painting,
Oh.
painting.
But back in the day, when Day 9 and I was trying to get into StarCraft and watching like the early days of esports and geez,
Mhm.
they were using Twitch.
Yep. Yeah, I saw
So
some of it.
that's why.
Go ahead.
That's why I had the account as I did, and I did try to stream back in the day, League of Legends, WoW, video games. It was a different place. Like even Day 9 was talking about how esports is different in America versus
Really?
So back in the day, in South Korea specifically,
Your camera is at a
Yes.
wonky. Your camera is at a wonky.
because of how
Okay.
someone in the
Mm-hmm.
Korean government realized that the future of the society was going to be through internet. So they started building broadband facilities early on and adopted DSL and cable way back in the day. And they built like the little gaming clubs and the LAN parties and all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I remember LAN parties.
Yeah. But I mean, they were doing it through internet back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to build out their infrastructure for data management, what they did is essentially they gave military early retirement bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
If you took out of the military, you could go, essentially built a computer cabinet. But you had to pay for all the infrastructure and build out all the infrastructure and make it successful. So they naturally became places where kids went to hang out after school,
Yep.
and they were playing and doing all that kind of stuff, and they got really good at esports, and it became like a competitive sport. Whereas in America, we treat it as not a privatized utility, or it's a private utility, and it's not the same kind of internet
That better?
because our speeds have been all jacked up.
I know. Yeah, exit your hands like okay, dude. Yeah, that's good. We're really just seeing your hand.
Yeah, no man, it's Jinx.
Dang.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
put her all back together for you.
Yeah, she's painting Jinx on her side.
Yeah. I guess you've only really seen me grabbing bits and pieces at a time. Yeah.
What is that?
She had them started together. It's a big model. She's a big lady. It's the arcane version where she's holding up the
Nice.
I remember the scene in Arcane. We have ads coming up. I'm gonna go feed the cat really quick.
That reminds me.
No, Mana, she is 12.5 inches tall. She's the largest figure I've worked with. Hook up. Yeah, she's a hella biggin. Let's see, I can. Oh. This is a 75. That's a 75
Cutie.
compared to her.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, Painty! I win. No mana joined the dark side. As I get some weird music. I wasn't a really big fan of Vi's character. It's okay. I was more so a big fan of Jinx and Jinx's character development. Where everybody saw her as the bad guy, and then suddenly she was the good guy, and she's like, WTF, like, I'm doing the same crap I was doing before, and now I'm the good guy? Okay. Silco was by far, though, my absolute favorite character out of all of it. Nobody can tell me different. Silco is my favorite. Okay, I need to. Silco.
And
The one that's not a character, the game.
oh, I gotta pimp out my RFD store too now. Still adding a bunch of stuff.
I wasn't a fan of Melon and Bessa.
before mission, run our ads, get fluids, pet our pets, do stuff. We will be back. I will not be painting. Don't miss anything. We'll be back in a moment. Enjoy.
Big screen.
Oh, you want to be on big screen?
Just for a minute.
Whoops. Okay, hold on. Now I pushed the wrong screen. Sorry. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me see. Whoops. Don't know why. Okay, you want big screen? What do we got?
Let's see how it looks. See 'em?
Yeah. Nice. We got a whole family of them there.
Yeah. Okay. That's all.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, you're popping your shoulders? Ugh.
What? Oh. Ooh. God. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. I need a button.
Aaron says, make me the star of the show. Plenty of wear and tear. Yep. Look at that juicy jinx butt. She's too shiny. Oh, skinny. Yeah, she's skinny. It kind of matches up with how she was malnourished, so. Like adult teenagers. They probably kept her statistics very true to like real life. Like when you're malnourished as a kid, your growth actually gets stunted. So it probably like her character didn't grow with because of malnourished. And then she got forever stuck at that size when she got introduced to Shimmer at a very young age as well. basically got forced into an adult role at a young age, so I get what you mean. I love how she comes across Aisha, the little girl, and she treats Aisha like the world, like opposite of what Vi did for her as a kid. Because Vi basically abandoned her. Mentally ill. I think in order to finish making this pop, we gotta go one more shade into maroon, darker. So that means I've gotta take a darker purple and mix that in with the maroon tone. Hey, but we live longer. That's what we wanted to accomplish, right? We were so upset that everybody was dying so quickly. So now that we live longer, we've got all these things that go on in the early... I don't know, there was growth hormones in all of my food growing up, and I think I turned out great.
It's a lot these days.
Me and No Mana going off on tangents about stuff. Don't worry about it. Also, No Mana Man came to the dark side and is now on my side.
Oh, okay. Be safe over there, no matter. Have my coffee. Hot. You're okay. You're okay.
I was cheating on you. Darn it!
Let's be fair, Layton does have a better voice than me. But I do have kitty cat.
I can get a dog or a bird cam, don't worry. that's another shade darker. But I also want to push a...
Oh, you hear? Oh, nope, not going near that one. Wiser man.
I hear no difference. I'm really stuffy because of all of Canada's smoke.
Wow, wow, wow. Chicken, wow, wow. Welcome back. Chicken, banana.
Chicken, banana. Chicken, banana.
Oh, we didn't hit one of those. I should probably hit one of those. Dad, I'm hungry. Hello, hungry. I'm Dad. Oh, you're not White Wolf. White Wolf doesn't grace me with his presence and strength. He doesn't like me. From one lonely path to the next.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
Pimento? Oh my god, it is so hilarious. And it's sad that we've lost our cat. There's a part where they start talking about the safe word. Good night, smiling Beagle, Karen. I could have said that a different way, but
Oh.
Good
Yes,
night!
Weird. Okay. My buddy Chris from Portland was blowing up my phone.
Oh.
Dude. It's funny too. It's like even when I'm working like with a normal job, he'll sit and call as soon as he gets up, like all the time. It's like, you know I'm at work, right? You know I'm at work. I tell him oh yeah, I forgot. Dude, it's been 10 years. You keep forgetting. Ready.
you gonna do the OSL?
Fat flare. Ah,
OSL?
object source. Are you
I don't
gonna do any
follow.
lighting? Is that
Are you gonna
torch gonna be lit and lighting up any other part of the model?
I mean, that's my light source-ish.
Yeah. So that would be OSL, yeah. Lighting up the rest of the
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm following the lighting from the torch.
Yeah. That's object source lighting, OSL. So that's your source, your object source. Yeah, that'll look cool. I canceled turbo, so now I get to be graced with the joy of all the Twitch ads now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like,
I've had turbo this whole time.
you can probably tell it better in the pants when I've got her connected, so
Have you? Oh, you
with
can't.
the light coming down
You
this
already
way,
did.
that's why you're seeing the highlight there and then the shadow
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah. I guess in context, you probably see it. It's hard to tell from this part.
That sounded so wrong. What sounded so wrong, Ginger?
Like, I'm doing my best. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect,
Good.
but it's going to be the best to my current painting abilities.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, that's all you
Hey,
can do.
Penny, what's going on with the belt buckle? Let me see that belt buckle. That looks really cool. Okay.
So
All right.
I was doing. So I joined Cryo Cheese's Discord.
Yeah.
Where he has references or sections for references. One of his recipes for non-metallic gold is simply to use violet, cold yellow, and white
Mm-hmm.
to get your transition pieces going.
Yeah, it makes like a darker, burnished gold looking.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
Essentially, that's what this bundle is right there.
Yeah, I like that. Caught my eye. It's good.
Yeah. I need to get his stripes painted, but I haven't painted them yet.
Stripes.
Cats and their stripes, man.
I'm
Cat
so
of a
glad
different
you
stripe.
can tell because I've been trying so hard. I'm like, I see it. Will somebody else see it? Maybe, maybe not.
You can tell when the pants, when you're connected with them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If it was in context, you could tell. The separate part, you can't. There's no reference.
I am slightly done with the magnifying glass for a little bit.
Yeah,
Ginger's just lonely. He misses Mrs. G.
Mrs. Ginger.
But like, oh, let me put. I think you'll be able to tell it more with the hair. Hold on, because the hair is actually finished. So you've got all her highlights hitting on the hair. And then if I flip her to the opposite side where the torch isn't hitting, now you're seeing all the dark.
There you go. Yep. I see it. Cool.
Yeah, maybe I'll get like a little tiny glow stick to throw in there or something.
There you go.
Like the torch hits all of this, that's why all that's light. And you can see some of the light hitting on the inner pieces occasionally when the light changes on the braids. And why the underside is so dark. Just a mounter with a flamethrower. No, he gave me just a little glow stick. Sure, I can find little glow sticks.
You know, you definitely can.
Oh, what was I doing? Okay, I've got that color.
And what is it? And freehand message. King Dixon Balls, thank you for that stretch. Oh! Uh-oh.
King Dixon
Yeah, King Dixon.
in the house.
That is a fun emote. You glad?
Hmm.
I gotta get Catra's ha 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 mode up and running.
Ah ha.
Orange glad I'm here.
Banana, 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 banana.
Yes,
Oh crap.
because when she holds it in the show, she's trying to get Vi's attention. Bananas.
Kitty,
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
kitty, banana.
No, just for calling. No matter what the calling.
Hobbit height!
Here we go again.
Come on!
Back to the Hobbits.
Vi sees it. The person who needed to see it ended up being able to see it, and that's what counts.
You have a soapbox emote? Yeah, I mean she's short in the game. I've never noticed, King. Facts, no printer, only facts. You did get that one. I mean, that's how she was meant to be played. She was meant to be a hyper carry originally. Excuse me. Coffee.
Yeah, but she had a lot of bad years. It cost her sometimes in her plated hands.
Oh. It was the meta shift that buffed her because static shift came back to being a popular tool, and she sometimes frequently benefited from static shift. Oh, I've completely forgotten what her passive is.
Oops.
To be honest.
Well, I hope I don't need that pen. That color.
Oh, yes. It was get excited back in the day. So it used to not stack and it would just pop up, and then as she popped off and counted kills, she moved faster. Now it stacks and stays. That would be overpowered. Because she's a relatively immobile champion in terms of other carries or marksmen. That tracks why she's being played more than, because it used to dissipate and go away over time. Like, because that's what it was meant for, was to help reposition together and putting up DPS. She's not as immobile as Jen, but in terms of carries like Ezreal and Zyra, she's fairly immobile. Yeah. So Ash is immobile as well, far more immobile. Compared to Ezreal, so how it's weird because they've started trying to figure out different ways to classify different champions. So Ezreal, Zyra, they're two of the more mobile ones. There's a third one. They're making another version of Arcane. Rakan and her lover. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. The lovers duo. She's often favored in pro play because of her mobility, or her ability to get out of situations. Because if Ashe mispositions, they're dead. If Jen mispositions, they're dead. Ezreal has some tools to escape. Corki is a mobile one, but I don't think he's being played in bot lane anymore. Zaya.
What?
What? So I can lower my phone. I don't need to have the catch.
Found.
Sit down. Yeah. Because Zyra and Rakan could jump to each other, kind of deal. So they were considered to be a great duo to play with. Pro play, and then meant to be kind of privately. Because there's jokes, or there was discussions and theories about whether or not Rise was actually in Arcane. If I remember the board discussions correctly. Because he's supposed to be. But he just never really got introduced, I guess. He's supposed to be the one that saves Chase, but at one point somebody said no, it's not him, and that's what sparked the debates. And we're talking about Chase the hero, not Chase the face. Nope.
Speaking of which, now you just summoned him. You know that.
We haven't said his words enough times for me.
Oh, right.
We're long due for multi though. Somebody. That.
So I talked to Multi yesterday. He is working through his exams.
Yep.
Him and his friends were playing. Alan for tap. Thank you for that follow.
Aha. Nerdin'. What else do nerds do?
Learning.
Well, Multi's 18 years old in Germany. So
Ah.
he's working on finishing up his college or his school so he can start going
College.
University. Him and his friends were playing CS2, and there was some raging and some moments
What's
there. So
up, nerds?
thank you for that follow. We're just goofing off and all painting separate different things. Layden's got her Jinx going. Smiling's working on his second entry for Nova, which is a wizard. And I'm working on my first Reapercon entry, which is a Disobedience.
Duh.
While sipping Deathwish coffee.
Perfect. Hey.
Hey, we got
Sharp
a raid from Small
point.
Part Sharp Points.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that raid.
Yeah.
Welcome in,
Welcome,
everyone.
Welcome in.
Oh, you raiders.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Uh-oh. Small part, you brought me Ginger again. I love you.
Ta-da. Welcome back, Ninja.
Ta-da! It all comes back to Painty.
Yeah. The
Welcome back.
center of the universe.
You abandoned only to be brought back.
Uh-huh.
He was here earlier. What were you working on, Small? I was lurking for a little bit. Ginger does get around quite a bit, and he is loved by many. You know where I've been. Yeah, we know where you've been, Ginger. We still love you,
You
though.
know where.
Head to the kitchen. Yes, worked to 18. Ah. Full-time streaming.
So, that's the last update I have on Bolt.
Alrighty.
Yeah, he hung out with me a little bit last night.
Right on.
The only person we have not heard from is Matt already, and myself and Leitner, but silent.
Thank you so much for that follow,
Yeah,
Alan.
it's a little concerning, right? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So, Alan, what brings you to our little chaotic corner of the universe?
It's something, isn't it?
It is something.
I would hope it's something.
Maybe later. I need more beer.
I don't have beer. I only have coffee.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
drink anymore due to bad decisions and ginger beef.
Oh,
It's just so sexy.
I just drank all mine. I drank my allotment for this life. I drank all the beer.
Welcome in.
Yeah.
I paint a variety of things. I'm not a big Warhammer painter. I paint primarily fantasy and goofy things.
I'm Scottish, so I need to drink or I become something. We're afraid of that something. We don't want to see that something. So continue. Yeah. Ginger's the 13th step.
English? No, Mark.
Nope. Sorry.
English.
Not
You don't get English.
Wait, the Scottish cannot be the English again. All right.
No. That ship has sailed.
That ship's gone. All right.
Mother's operation went super well. Good. Right on. Well, energy.
Excellent.
Very nice to hear. Yay. Hey now. No race wars in here.
Careful, Valhu.
All right.
Careful.
Oh, French, yeah. We can pick on the French.
You could be worse than the English. You can be worse than the English.
Darn frogs anyway. There.
Darn frogs.
Which reminds me, I've got a toad sentinel that I printed that I need to clean up at some point. Maybe next Saturday. Yeah. We'll do toad.
There's a guy that pops up on my shorts.
Yeah, right.
That,
We've worked for 100
he's
years. Just right across
the
the
Irish.
stream from each other. Indeed. Straight from each other.
One of the models I'm looking for acquiring
Hmm.
is one that Chimera's painting, which is
Which one? That?
the Buccaneer duelist, the French. It's like a female French musketeer.
Oh, like a historical model? Yeah, those are cool. I thought I'd get into those. A lot of solid colors. Not tons of extraneous detail for the sake of detail. On a lot of them.
You mean you don't like the buckle on top of a boot that makes no sense?
Well, okay. That kind of detail, that kind of nonsense, all right. But if you put beads on the buckle and then more stuff on top of that, then that's the kind of detail that's just insane. Army
I do not
painter?
use Army Painter. I
Not
think
on purpose.
Beagle does use a little bit of Army. I'm primarily using Chimera and Reaper.
And I
What's the
primarily use too thin coats and pro curls.
I started wanting to mix my.
I use whatever moves nice across my figures at the time.
Yeah, for real. Unless it's Hobby Lobby paint.
But yeah, I do use Army Painter.
Karen uses Army Painter.
Army Painter and Scale 75 are my primary two paints that I work with personally.
I never tried Scale 75. We like it.
All right, Mark Cook.
Markuk?
Wow.
What?
So glad I gave you that one.
Layton, what?
Mark likes to. So be careful. So the reason why I stopped using scale 75 is the gel medium sometimes gets really weird.
Okay.
And a lot of people do have issues with them bubbling and rubbing off excessively, no matter how much medium's used to thin them.
Really? Yeah, we'll pass on that. Hard pass.
There are some scale 75 colors that are just absolutely brilliant. Some of their skin tone collection is
good stuff.
beyond good stuff.
AK, I can't figure it out with an entire set of 236 pots. You need to find a different hobby. Yeah, well, maybe you got into the hobby to collect paint. That's what I thought for a while. I started like, I love that color. Oh, I need that set. Now I need these, and I need. It's surrounded in paint.
And that's the other problem is that Fantasy Games Range might be on a different medium. They were known for using the gel range.
I got those too.
And that's what a lot of people have issues with. Because they made their ink brand, and apparently there was drama with it. So.
Alright, we even gotta throw drama into paint.
Well, you know, corporations.
Indeed.
Oh, I always use a wet palette. The only time I'm not using a wet palette for any of my paints is when I switch to oils. Oils, I use a flat.
I mean, scales. And that's the other part for scale 75. Finicky in those regards. When you're a new painter trying to start out, frustrating.
Yeah, I'll use my dry palette with oils. And if I just want to sit down and paint for a minute, and I don't want to deal with the wet palette because I've got it mounted on top of my wet palette case lid. See in that one camera. So most of the time it's just sitting here, and if I just want to slap some paint on something, I'll just do it. As you can see. It's good to clean it once in a while.
Wow. Mark's being sassy tonight.
I also use his nail line.
Is he?
He is.
I'm ignoring him too much. What's happening?
Yeah, drama bad. Wasted
Nail varnish?
energy.
What? Also, Mark, you're not allowed to talk smack to me unless you're in my own chat.
Well, he was.
I'm gonna
being
continue to
ignored,
ignore you.
so he came over and saw me. Or no, he came in from small part.
Yeah. No, he was here.
He was here earlier.
Yeah. Oh, right.
He's on the wrong tab.
Yeah.
Wrong tab.
You see people bail and then they get raided back in. It's like, ha ha ha. Tried to sneak away, did you?
Welcome back.
Smack. Let's talk that smoke.
Smack back.
Look, Smack UK painting. You just need to calm down.
You just need to come.
Ooh, your jets are turbo.
Smack, smack, smack. Let's talk smack.
Hey, Mark, thanks. You can't smack Mark now. He's over on my side. We have cookies.
Damn it, I want cookies.
I too would like the cookies.
Would you also like the cookies?
I would also like the cookies. But when did we get cookies?
Yeah, when were there cookies?
I'm gonna change our logo to have a cookie in it.
There you go. I want candy. Wow, wow, wow.
Do, 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 do.
You ate my cookies is what you did.
You
Those
son
aren't
of a
even your
biscuit, Ginger.
cookies.
You will share the cookies.
Huh.
You will share the cookies or you'll get the hose again.
Or it gets the hose. It shares the cookies or it gets the hose. Oh no, I see sound memes in my future.
So,
I see
mean,
sound memes in my future.
Yeah. Buffalo Bill.
I want the chocolate chip ones. I don't want the double fudge. I want the chocolate chip.
It puts the lotion on the skin. Creepy freaking movie for real.
Well,
That was actually based after a real guy too.
So did you ever watch the TV series for that?
No.
Oh my god, that TV show was freaking beautiful.
Mm.
Oh my lord. I want to go back and finish watching it. I didn't
Know there
thirds.
was one. Oh, what? Onion cookies? What did I read? No, I'm more like, that's called a biscuit. Right? I'm more likely to peel and eat raw onion than eat a cookie. No, I live for cookies and donuts, and then I got diagnosed with diabetes and can't eat those anymore. So not cool.
I was walking around the grocery store and I was looking at the cookie aisle. I was like, nope, keep moving.
No good. I will go through pastries like nobody's business. I would just like buy a box of Crullers donuts or whatever. I could demolish one of those in an evening easy. All of the above, including garlic. Do you like a Stur's Cornish pastry? What is that? That's a Cornish pastry. Do share your cultural experience with Cornish pasty. Oh, a pasty. My brain put an R in there. What? Oh, that's even better. So now I'm even more curious. What's a Cornish pasty?
I like a pastry with a
Pasty.
I hear pasty and I think it's something that is
I know my brain went.
to cover stuff.
Stuff. It's a thing that covers stuff. Could you be
It's a
more
thing that's used
abstract,
by
please?
burlesque dancers to cover.
Oh, a pasty. Yeah,
Something
nipple
that's-
covers.
Yeah.
Oh, tassels. Cookies and.
That would be just.
Fun.
Oh, where's Mrs. Ginger? I think somebody needs to have time with her. Or is she the one helping make the cookies?
Ah, that's the mystery. Yeah, no, nobody does. That's true. I agree with that. Nobody does want that anymore. Just because it fits doesn't mean it should go there. Game of shade, highlight, shade, highlight, shade, highlight. Oh, okay. Well, here, can you see my stream? I'll just share it here. I live in the future. No, it's on my watch, dude. That's a Cornish pasty. Ah, okay.
It looks like a hot pocket.
Yeah, it's kind of a hot pocket, right? Hot pocket.
Let's just insult them. Okay, really.
I know, right? It's like some crappy, but no, that's good. Yeah, because I get the notifications from Discord.
But it's so much better than a hot pocket.
Yeah, right. Hot Pocket suck. He's running around with food
To
out of his
be
arms.
fair, Mark,
Mm.
nearly everything is better than a hot pocket.
Yeah. Hot Pocket. It's just throwaway food meant to poison Americans. Uh-oh.
That's the
The
same.
English-Scots War continues. Could put haggis in there.
So, I've never had haggis.
I have not either.
And I always grew up believing that it was supposed to be something foul. Because they're like, oh, it's a sheep intestine. I'm like, I don't understand.
Well, if you've ever eaten like hot pot or Korean barbecue, they have tripe and stuff. Tripe's is stomach lining. But so yeah, that doesn't gross me up too bad. Tongue, on the other hand, there's no way.
Well, it depends on how you prepare the tongue.
That's what I hear. I smelled it. My ex and mother-in-law liked to cook tongue, and I remember going over there one time when she was cooking it, and it just smelled like ass. It was awful. I think it just stuck in my head like, oh, tongue tastes like that smells. But I hear, yeah, it can be really tender and actually prepared really good.
Yeah, because I mean, if you do, so a lot of Mexican cooking uses tongue more frequently.
I just want it to be stomach lining, please.
It's just stomach lining.
I can handle that.
That's all it is, stomach lining.
Now bring the brains into it. How did brains get in the chat?
Let's not bring brains.
Brains.
We don't brain in chat.
We don't brain in chat. This is not braining.
McDonald's, Coca-Cola, to mention a few. Let's see who tried to pull something.
Yeah,
To be
right.
fair, McDonald's Coca-Cola is pretty solid.
I do drink Coke Zero. That's okay.
Well, I mean, Coca-Cola is trash free no matter what you
Well, true. But,
do. It's not healthy at all.
oh no, it's never designed as a health food. To be sure.
So we need to find Orange Cat references.
Orange
Pull up that reference. Because I need to get the stripes in there.
Yeah, I've been looking at this snow owl for this guy. We still got to finish the wings.
I have a whole
What's that bit? Mickey D's. Yeah, nah. Have egg McMuffins sometimes, only cause like a muffin is a muffin. Sausage, the egg, they can't really mess with it too. But unless it's fresh raw food, it's gonna be garbage. We want to get stripes in there. Food in quotes, exactly. Yeah, matter of fact, that's what I did most of today, was getting a bunch of my starts in the garden. So we like to grow our vegetables. So I sprouted like 3 kinds of lettuce, spinach, radishes, and sunflower seeds just because I had them. So I planted those in my garden today. And yeah.
No. It's Red Ox like
cornstarch. Long pig. You know, there's a website my brother showed me one time of, oh, it's a site on how to prepare human. Like all the different cuts and how to cook it. Yeah, how to, it's a long pig. Because we taste like pork. Reportedly. I heard it from a friend. Yeah, you and your bubbling acid. I got your bubble right here. No, we're just doing acid at this point. I'm not doing acid right now, actually. I mean, acid flask. I don't think I could paint on acid, honestly.
No?
That'd be crazy. No. The Duchess is demanding food. Thank you for the stream. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry for
Gotta someone break up our stream of consciousness here. So I was talking to Uncle Adam yesterday for a minute on his stream. Told him what I was working on, and he was telling me about Nova, the capital palette competition. He was like, yeah, I mean, Golden Demon is prestigious to be sure, but you have more chances of actually placing something. Nova, he said Nova is actually the best painting competition out there, just because they're 3 different tiers, and then within each tier you can win multiple gold, silver, bronze, etc. So, like, and you know who the judges are. So apparently that's a thing in Golden Demon. Like, you don't know who's actually judging your piece. So he said he entered it in 2023 as a single model. Got something. I think you got a gold out of it, but yeah, it's open too, which is the thing. So I've actually never painted a GW. Why would I spend money when there's millions of other sculpts I can download and paint to my heart's content without spending $50, $80, $120, whatever it costs? I don't even know. I appreciate the whole GW world, though. I mean, they make good stuff. That whole gaming suit Warhammer, you know, I just don't have time to play it. But of course, he's the closest to a space marine I've ever actually even dealt with. Duck. Are the best. Oh yeah, no, they're not. But they're all gonna say they're the best. I mean, I like this just fine, and gosh, it costs like 15, not even that, like $10. I don't even remember right now, but, and I can print and paint them as many times as I want. It's an STL. I could even have made it huge if I wanted to. I got this Goblin Scoundrel I used as a print test so I could do Layden's job, and I got, so like the base is this guy. He's actually that big. He's still in the printer right now. I gotta take him out, but it's like a little 28mm dinky dude. But it tested good at prints, so we should be all right. I'll probably start printing that stuff tonight. Right now, I'm just working on faking reflections on glass. Now the bubbles, Couldn't do the bubbles though.
Thank you so much for that follow,
thank you, thank you,
Valhue.
thank you. Appreciate it. Some bubbles, yeah. There's not enough room for bubbles because I gotta get the height, the light.
Bubbles, my bubbles, my bubbles, my bubbles.
Yeah, Mark really wants. Well, Mark and I were talking yesterday about having that. I was asking the chat like what colors to paint these last two flasks. He's like, well, make this one like a neon green, like a acid. Yeah, maybe. Do some bubbles down in here. Yeah, he wanted me to do bubbles, and then we kind of digressed into, well, you could have a clear flask and put a fairy in there, and then it started getting crazy. It's like, yeah, you paint a fairy and slide it over, and then I'll put her in there. The freehand skills are not strong with this one. Bubbles could be a thing. I have to look at some examples just to get a visual concept of how it would look. Because it would, sure, it would be cool, but how to execute it's the thing. With my limited skills. Clear
Skills are
flask.
only limited by our ability to not.
Right. Well, that's true. Clear flask with a butterfly inside. No reason you can't do it. No. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've got the butterflies now, which is awesome. It's perfect. It's almost exactly like the butterfly that was on the log in the first place. So I've just got to size it up with the base and get it the right kind of proportion. I don't want a giant butterfly. It's not like the prehistoric era, but get him printed out. Yeah, do that. Join Smiling Beagle's Discord. Do it. But bubbles? Yeah, bubbles be good. I will look that up. See if I can find something to trigger my brain to see how.
I hate all of you because now the only thing that's going through my ADHD
Oh
brain
no!
is
Light.
Is what?
Finding Nemo.
Finding-
Bubbles! My bubbles, my bubbles, my bubbles.
My bubbles. My
Thanks.
bubbles. You're welcome.
Whoever suggested that idea,
You're
you're on my
welcome.
trash list.
It was Smack UK painting.
Yeah, it was them.
Mark, we can't talk for a while. I'm kidding.
Mac UK. Read the text. Just send it. Just what? No context. Read the text file. Oh no, I didn't. Percentage for scale. Oh, okay, gotcha. For scales. Yeah, okay. My brain's like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Well, see, the base though is a custom size because I sized it like by hand in the printer, so it's. I guess it would be kind of the same because he is an actual 75 print, so I guess it would be whatever the 75. Smack this.
Is that consent, Mark? I'll smack it.
Yeah. Be careful who you tell to smack you. There's people that'll do it.
I'm pretty sure Layden will do it too.
So will
I'm not
Katra.
paying for that expensive ass ticket.
Katra's about ready
Somebody-
to smack you.
Somebody else could go and smack him for me.
I guess I'm closest because I'm on the East Coast.
Well, I mean, we could try to get Jace to do it.
Oh, there you go. He could smack him by proxy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, did you go to the BrosCon? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Oh.
You're fine.
Yep. I know Jace did. They were gonna post pictures of stuff. It's because I'm open for that. Smackdown, body blow, headshot. Oh, I didn't. No point. The shop doesn't have anything I paint, and I don't play Blood Bowl. So far, it wasn't worth it just to say hi. Yeah. Yeah, totally understandable.
Coffee. How long was everybody thinking about going tonight? Just to curious.
I'm about
There
ready
it
to
is.
call it.
Yeah.
You just had to say something. My brain went, no, we're the almost done.
Because I know the owner of Filestorm Games where it was.
So you knew the owner and you still wouldn't go check? Okay.
I need to figure out how to reconcile my inner feud with my local game shop.
Oh, I figured out how to do that, Smiler.
What?
I call it stay in frame, and I hang out with you guys.
Good call. Nice. Good move. Well played. Dust game figures. Oh my god, Dust like Counter-Strike? What? I don't know. Dust game figures at 148. Oh jeez. Like Gundam stuff. Never painted Gundam. It's huge.
Ow.
All right. Get this reflection out now. Couple minutes. I'm kind of into it right now here. Dust is not. Oh, the creator just stopped. Don't know. I knew it was a Dust map in Counter-Strike. That was like my favorite map. Dust and Dust 2.
Everybody hated Dust. It was like it's a great map.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's not complicated.
No, it's quick, and everybody knew exact. That's funny, is everybody just knew the exact spots to go to every single round.
Wait, which one?
Counter-Strike.
Oh, I wasn't familiar with that one.
There was
I played more Call of Duty than I did Counter-Strike.
Gotcha. Yeah, they had and then I got an Oculus for a minute because I was curious. So I got this game called Overwatch, which is like being on the ground in Dust or in Counter-Strike, like first person. It's insane. The Oculus is pretty awesome. And then the novelty wore off after a few months, so I gave it to my kid. And then it wore off for him, so he gave it to my other kid. Now he can't get it to work. So the Oculus's days might be fun. But it was pretty fun. The whole VR thing is chirpy. I like the ping pong was probably my favorite. And play against people. And it was actually like playing ping pong. It was really cool. I get
I
exercise.
like the Beat Saber for alternative.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Check
I
your-
forgot that one. Yeah.
Check your watch, Smiley.
Oh.
It's,
Ah, okay.
I have a fancy watch, but my watch doesn't give me this one.
Alrighty, I think I'm gonna call it.
Ah,
I
cool.
am
Okay.
ready to run away.
As always, Layden, it's a pleasure to have you around.
Was
Stay
awesome.
warm.
Yeah, stay warm.
It is plenty warm.
Or stay cool is what I meant.
Yeah. Everybody have
Like a
a
what if.
wonderful
Cool.
day. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like, what if? Bye!
Yeah, I'm gonna hang for a minute just because I'm kind of into this reflection on this flask right now. Yeah, okay. I'll have to look at it on an actual device. I can't. All it shows me is the post. It doesn't let me enlarge it or anything. Yeah, I've got it set for answering. I can make and answer phone calls with it and stuff, which I never do. All right. Doop, doop. Yep.
Alright, so my orange stripe isn't too bright, is it?
I don't know. Where at?
On his leg there. So I need to give him his
oh.
orange marking.
Oh, right.
The citric circles around there, and then through his chest, I need to bring it in a little bit.
Mhm.
Highlight up and make it a little bit wider.
Yeah,
But I need to do a face marking as well.
yeah. Alright. Well, are you gonna varnish it? Like with matte
Oh, yeah.
varnish? So that's gonna dull
I wanna-
down your highlight.
Yeah, it's going to be a matte varnish.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I mean, I don't think you can go too bright.
okay.
Cause yeah, like I said, I use that. I don't know what kind you use, but the ultra matte like really mats it down.
Oh yeah.
You have to add highlights sometimes.
I switched to the ultra matte varnish from Vallejo.
Mm,
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, I stared at it so long I forgot what I was painting and the paint dried on it.
2017. You had quite the pile of shame then, Mark.
I was painting. Wow. Mm.
I mean, you've seen my shelves of paint that I have to get through.
Posted and finished my dust diorama. Sweet. All right. Nope. Definitely take a look at that business. Ah, sweet. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. I need to get Layden's Discord up and running. Can you post it in Hagulas as well? Just so we have it in like 3 places.
Oh yeah.
That is an interesting concept. Hi. Did you want to come share your kitty paws with us? Hello. Discord.
Discord.
I forgot to do my clues by Sam today.
Talk. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Right on. Let's see, can I share this? I think I can. Let's see.
I need to get used to opening things in browsers and having them be the same shape because I could never keep that attitude or that object
the
in
ratio.
my OBS to save my life.
I don't know if this is refreshing or not on mine. Yeah, it works most of the time, but only if I use the depreciated window capture. Let me see, is it actually working? Probably not.
So I see your stream.
Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing too. Let's see if I can refresh it. Should be able to refresh the source, right? Show order.
Or change the tab.
Yeah. Let's see. How about that? There we go.
Oh,
Yep.
I was going to ask you. I was going to talk to you about something. I forgot.
That's cool. Like concrete. It looks like concrete. That's awesome. What's this? Grass? Moss? Glue? Sweet. Wow, that must have taken a while. Very nice. And these guys. Rah. Okay. Sweet.
You cast the walls yourself? That's interesting.
Oops. I don't know. My steering wheel. There you are. Awesome. Very cool.
Stop knocking that over, sweetie.
Hard to find the phrase crane. Order it from France. I love our commitment. It's like, I got this vision. It needs to be materialized in physical reality. We're I've got to make it happen. And then to find it, to search and find what you're looking for, yeah. How do we make this work the way I'm seeing it in my head? That's the kind of stuff, like, not like we're geniuses or anything, but like Tesla did that stuff. Like he would see the entire invention in his head in one working device and then just spent the rest of the time then figuring out how to put it together in meat space.
Actual Tesla, not the current Tesla.
Yeah, right. The actual Tesla. Yes, plaster of Paris. I added chicken wire. Oh, for the rebar. That's cool. Yeah, that's a cool effect. It looked like Parma actually. When we went and visited Parma in Italy, and it was like still got walls that you could see the blast holes that they had patched up, like in the downtown area. All the old buildings. Okay, I think on that note, I'm gonna jump ship.
Okay.
We made
I'm
some
gonna go
good progress.
around the house.
I'm gonna go
keep
find
pushing on.
food.
I'm gonna work on getting my freehand for Puss done, and then I might be putting him in the done category. But I
Sweet.
might be futzing with the base some more. I want to clean up a lot of the white tiles.
Right.
Get them a little bit better.
I don't know. All right, gang. I'm out. Thanks for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna go feed my belly. I will be
You
back.
Get some delicious food, sir.
Indeed. When will I be back? Monday morning at 8:30. Bright and oily, kids. Bye.
I will be there lurking.
Okay. It's always awesome. I like when you do. Then it doesn't look totally empty.
Well, so my Linux computer that sits behind my work computer, I finally logged in and
Oh, there you go.
just to stress test it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I need to upgrade it. But it works great for lurking in streams and turning around and going, oh, that looks cool.
Oh, right on.
Back to the horror of work.
Right. Back to the horror. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I've still got, I've got my old MacBook Pro that I replaced with this one, and I've got my work MacBook Pro from the last gig I was on, and my company computer. So I told them that it's a 14-inch, it's like a 2018, so it's a little older, but it still works perfect. It's just the battery won't hold a charge in either one of them. So I either need to find someone. I mean, there's kits that you can replace the battery yourself. Like you used to be able to replace them before they started gluing them in, and now they glue in the batteries, so you can't just plop it out. You have to have a whole kit to unseat all the glue and all that crap. I could have someone. Yeah, I could have someone else do it. I don't know what to do with them, but they're both perfectly good working Macs. Just got to figure out the battery situations. Anyway, thanks for letting me babble, everybody. We will talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Be safe.
Thank you. Be good out there. Peace, love. Bye.